They've been doing it well. They've defended their line. Fantastic in the opening exchanges. And now the Storm, they know they have to be next to score. Parramatta have to have the same resilience as Hoffman carries it forward with a strong charge.
They've been down here a couple of times already and come up empty. Cooper Cronk across field. Stopped 3 metres short and playing it. Norrie. Now Hinchcliffe to Cronk, quick hands. Nielsen couldn't hang on and got it back just in time. 5 metres out, Hoffman to Cronk, to Hinchcliffe. No way through for him. Poor and Manor and Nathan Smith, the defenders. Cam Smith driving straight towards the line. Richie Faoso. Now Cronk kicks, didn't get it as he would have liked. And coming away, Ben Roberts.
Yeah, well done again to Parramatta. This right edge, Parramatta's right edge, sorry. Melbourne Storm are placing them under huge pressure, but they just can't get their systems right. The sweep runner is not deep enough for Melbourne.
Ben Smith. Eventually falls to the ground by Cos Jason and Nielsen. Morgan out of active half. Sando, dummies. Takes a tackle from Norrie. The last of Parramatta. And they go to Roberts. He will kick and kick long over the head of Sisawonga. He bounces into the in goal and will go dead in goal.
Can't he kick a ball, Ben Roberts? Just looks smooth off the boot. He's got a big boot. Jared Haynes got a big boot. You would think their kicking game, long kicking game in particular, would be one of the strong points. Left and right combination.
Hoffman, a determined charge. Now Smith to Wonga. His second involvement in this set, Sisawonga. Smith to Cos Jason, runs into Sando. There to help Justin Poor and Nathan Smith. Here's Cam Smith running and now giving it to Faoso, to Norrie. Pulled down by Ben Roberts and Paulo. Cronk will go high on the final tackle. Plenty of players underneath the ball. Will Chambers has it. But it came off a Melbourne Storm player.
Yeah, he knocked that forward one up. Cooper Cronk wasn't his best kick. Brucey Faoso on the field. Having a short stint with the Melbourne Storm. Just recently signed a 2-year deal for the Eels for seasons 13 and 2014.
He's had some clubs from Penrith to the Roosters, to Parramatta, Newcastle, now Melbourne. As you said, Laurie, down for Manly next year. Sando trying to get the ball away and losing it. 30 out from his own line.
Well, Parramatta prepared to shift the ball. Chrissy Sando, he had his time over again. May have thought about it a little bit differently. Going to ground, trying to get the impossible pass away. Melbourne, they've been down here a number of times, but they've failed to cross the stripe. Just need a slight adjustment to their second man plays. Give themselves a bit more room.
After each side was 7 from 7 completions, they are now 3 of their last 7. Errors starting to creep in. Chambers didn't think of stepping. This ran straight into the Parramatta defensive line. There's Tautai waiting for him as Hinchcliffe gets within 13. Smith. Faoso back to Cam Smith. Now Cos Jason to Nielsen. The defence was waiting and reading it well. Ryan Morgan and Ben Smith making the tackle. Hoffman giving it to Sikamanu to have a charge. The last here, close to the line and reaching out, but finishing short. It was Ryan Hoffman.
Outstanding goal line defence. Parramatta, their edges have been terrific. They're moving forward. They're up and in and not giving Melbourne the chance to tip on with their passes. And around the middle, they're covering. for one another, and they're being so effective in the tackle.
Tautai flicked the ball out the back, and Jared Hayne got it just in time. Richie Faoso was diving for it. Hayne comes away. That ball's been lost forward by Nathan Smith out of acting half. They keep giving the ball back to Melbourne.
Well, if you give Melbourne enough football in the good zone, eventually they will crack you open. What about that from a tackle from Chrissy Sando? He's been given a workout tonight, but he's been strong in that department. Midfield scrum. They fancy their chances, Melbourne, on this left edge.
Melbourne tackled 18 times in Parramatta's 20-metre zone, but yet to show any points as a result. This is Manu.
Drag him up, Justin, drag him up.
Now Brian Norrie.
Nathan!
Within 15.
Hold, go.
Cam Smith to Cost Jason. Here's Gareth Widdop joining in. Dummying once, dummying twice. He continues to run and is pulled down by Sando and Smith. 3 metres short. A big shift to the right coming as Cronk says no. Richie, straighten for me. And Faoso will play it 12 metres out. 2 plays left for Melbourne. Cost Jason. Now to Hoffman. He has another crack. And again, they force him to the ground. There's Ryan Morgan. Smith kicks and Hindmarsh is there to pick it up. Parramatta's defence in this first half continuing to keep Melbourne at bay. Now CO off and running. Morgan. No room for him out of acting half. The referee's called that Cost Jason was okay from marker. Justin Paul towards halfway. He's tackled on top of it. This is the last. Roberts with a pass that went forward. It was right in line with the commentary box. It's been picked up by Tony Delaceres.
Yeah, good decision there by Delaceres, but Parramatta playing some terrific football. They're playing tough football. They're digging in for one another. Been very impressed with the way that they've defended their goal line. Been outstanding. But they have to do it once more.
Melbourne has had more of the ball and much more time in enemy territory. They trail 10-0. Norrie to Cost Jason. Now Widdop, quick hands. Nielsen bumps away from Ken CO and still runs Dane Nielsen. 3 plays left for Melbourne. Again in great position. Cost Jason to Smith. Out the back he finds Cronk. Now Dane Nielsen runs into a yellow wall in Wellington, who raced up and was waiting for it. It was Will Chambers. Now Lowry. Smith sends play to the short side. Cronk kicks into the in goal. And back there to keep Parramatta safe. Jared Hayne.
Well, this is going to be a great test of the Melbourne Storm's patience. We say it all the time as there's an offload there to Hindmarsh and they get away with it. But they'll create opportunities, Melbourne, but they're just not finishing them.
Mason Smith goes to Tautai for a run. Sando kicks. Down to Gareth Widdop. And Melbourne about to be kept scoreless for the half. Less than 5 to play in the first 40. It's Cronk to Wonga. The ball comes to Anthony Quinn and the whistle sounds. The held call had come, so we'll come back and play the ball on the second tackle.
20's right, 20's right. Tackle 2.
Lowry.
R20, make that line.
Remembering, Melbourne hasn't led an NRL game since round 12. The ball on the ground now. Sikamano looks up and finds some room. Manu with Cronk inside, and Cronk is pulled down from behind by Hindmarsh. A Harbour Bridge pass out of active half eventually goes to Koss Jason, and he's tackled with a penalty on tackle 5 with Parramatta caught offside.
You had to get to the line. Who was it? About 4 years. When you're right, Cameron.
Smith. Now Nielsen. Stopped by Sando and Morgan. Koss Jason gives it to Richie Faoso.
Play the ball.
A quick play the ball, and out of acting half, Cam Smith backs his way towards the in goal. 2 tries in recent games, but not yet tonight.
Hey, Anthony. Bad team.
I'll get it.
Hey, Nathan. 3. All right, Cameron, wait.
For the 30th time, they are tackled in the opposition 20. Now they lose it behind. Play on the call. Norrie
4, move,
gets
Chris.
within 10. The crowd cheered, thinking it had gone forward from Faoso.
5, make that line.
Can Parramatta hang on again? One more tackle to navigate. Cronk along the ground into the in goal. They seem to have it covered. Luke Burt will carry it dead. So they will give the ball back to Melbourne.
Well, they don't look like breaking, Matty. They do not look like breaking, Parramatta. They have been tremendous. Full of courage. Getting numbers around the ball when it's on the ground. 2 minutes to go before half-time. And if they can hold the Melbourne Storm out here, their confidence going into the sheds at half-time will be huge.
Luke Burt with the goal line dropout. And it's Faoso returning. The first dropout of the evening. And now a penalty.
You worked the ball. You knew where the ball was. You worked it out. You did.
Here it is.
Hindmarsh penalised for reefing the ball clear.
1. Up now. Make the line. Hold. Go.
Smith to Hoffman.
2. To Lever. To Lever. Go.
Smith again. To Cronk. And flat for Manu to crawl towards the in goal. There's Hayne in front of him. Cronk. Now Koss Jason, dummying Rory Koss Jason, bounces into the in goal, and Melbourne get their first try.
Well, it had to come. The amount of possession that Melbourne have had on Parramatta's goal line, you would think they would have to come away with some points. Koss Jason, he's been good tonight, digging into the line. I thought there may have been a double movement, but I don't think the arm carrying the ball touches the ground on the first occasion. You can see there, he holds it up and then stretches out, and that's a good effort. And for all the possession and all the field position, they had to get points before half-time, Melbourne, and they have done it.
Rory Koss Jason gets his first try since round 14, 2010. This is his 12th game of 2012. It's been a fair wait between try celebrations for Rory Koss Jason. He kept the arm in the air very well, found himself in the in goal. And finally, all this pressure leads to some points. 4 and maybe 6. With Cam Smith, who is kicking them at 67% this season. His conversion for 100 points this season for Cam Smith at Melbourne. (10-4) becomes 10-6. It is Parramatta holding sway by 4 points at half-time.